Okay, so what's first? The marathon? Okay.
Yeah, marathon, and then gauntlet.
We're gonna be using the same tune, so it's really just gonna be down to how much better you drive than me. Are you ready?
I am ready, yep. We'll see how that goes. One mistake could be the end.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't increase the rim size at all either.
Nope. Just in case it has audio, I'm not going to start that video, Kayla, but, yeah, true. With the drink in the freezer.
Yeah.
How'd you keep traction there?
I don't know, I held full throttle. Does that
It's so weird.
explain anything?
No.
I don't know. Just send it, mate. You're using my tune, right?
Yeah, that's why I was so surprised you got so much grip.
This is also the sport transmission.
Oh.
Fourth gear is so small.
And fifth gear is like gigantic in comparison.
Yeah, for some reason fourth gear is like really short compared to all the others. Like all the others are like kind of regular gear lengths, but fourth is really short. I actually kind of like it.
Can just roll right over the road partitions.
So nice.
Especially like compared to like in the blower even. Holy frick, that thing went flying.
Yep. Yeah, this thing is kind of fun, right?
I find myself slipping and sliding quite a bit. Like, it's alright, but like... The LFA is still my favorite pentathlon so far.
Oh yeah, same.
We'll see if the Corvette can compete next week though, I'm really looking forward to that.
I have that thing tuned for S1 Dirt already, and it's a monster on that.
Very cool.
So I think it's going to be really good.
Yeah, because like with road cars adapted to dirt, I mean, they're still going to work fine on tarmac.
Yeah. Yeah, some people are like, why does that work? Well, because you're putting rally suspension and off-road tires on it, buddy. And also, in a lot of cases, converting it to all-wheel drive, if it's not already.
Ooh, I took that turn. I took those turns really poorly. You probably picked up like 5 seconds on me there.
Oof. Yeah, it's kind of unfair because I've driven this tune a little bit to tune it.
I mean, it's whatever. I'm still very curious to see how it'll compete with the blower, because this is the first time we'll have two cars like in the same PI class.
Yep.
I didn't need to brake there. Do it here.
I love the LFA, and I think the LFA is amazing, but I'm pretty sure the Corvette wins.
Like it'll be faster?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What year is the vet? Is it like a new... Oh, right, you said it's the one that you start with. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Man, that really short fourth gear. I'm flirting with the idea of like trying to put it into a build.
You like it that much, eh?
Yeah, it feels really good, and it's just like, I don't know, I feel like it's in the right area to just give you like that little bit of an extra kick.
Yeah. My concern with that would be like maybe fifth is too far along to actually receive power. Like with this, it's fine, but with more road-centric cars, I could see like it struggling through fifth gear.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately the transmission is all the way towards acceleration. Yeah. So like that part of it, absolutely I agree. Unfortunately there's no solution.
Oh no, that's a wall.
Uh-oh.
I might get a DNF at this rate.
Oh no.
I mean, what's your percentage at?
49.
Oh, okay. I'm not too far behind, but it's not looking great. I'm still visible on the mini-map. Yeah, I hope we can manage to rope some people in for the Corvette one, because I think that's going to be, like, a big way to sell it. Like, this and the blower, they're not going to be, like, very fun without having experienced it with more capable cars first.
Yeah. Because this thing has a lot of body roll and the suspension is quite soft.
Yeah.
Just like, I don't know, be gentle with your turning and your braking too. Like, when you brake, the car goes forward like a lot. So just like keep that balance in mind, and then it'll grip up a lot more than you think.
I noticed it lurching forward even like when we were shifting off the start.
Yeah.
Man, Tyler needs to do that telemetry app, because I would love to like compare stats across the pentathlon, like top speed, most lateral Gs.
Oh hell yeah, that would be so sick. I would also love like a proper power graph, like for torque and horsepower.
Yeah.
Like one that isn't fucking 100 by 100 pixels wide.
I mean, that'd be pretty hard to provide without, like, just running it down the highway or something, right?
Yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah.
for it to
so
be
you
accurate.
can just, like, take the numbers from the telemetry and then...
Graph them?
Graph them, yeah.
That's a fair point.
All you really need, right?
Yeah. You could even output it to Excel for, like, comparisons and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, he's too busy with Final Fantasy, I guess. Even though he blitzed the expansion in like 2 days, like the story. So I guess
but
he's
it's
already...
a single player game, right? It's already... He already beat it.
What?
Like, the story is such a big part, right? He already beat the story.
Well, I think by blitzed it, I mean like he just played it so much. Like he doesn't skip the cutscenes.
Yeah.
Like I think when he told me that was more of a testament to how much he enjoyed the story. Like I think that's what he was getting at.
Okay. I mean, surely they're all done with the story at this point, right? Addy 1 and Ray?
Yeah, I could see them all being done, but I could also see one being delayed given how busy he is with his job.
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of wish I had a character on Juan and Addy's world to play with them. But I mean, I got some people from my free company that Tyler's also in to carry me through a duty, because the characters it gives you for the AI are kind of whack. Like, they don't function as you would expect Final Fantasy classes to function.
Don't like that.
Yeah, like your tank has all three roles assigned to it, and your healer is healer DPS.
Interesting.
So like, I don't know. It's weird. But like, as dancer, I generally want to pair with like a physical DPS, primarily like a physical melee DPS, but that just wasn't a thing.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not gonna DNF.
Nice.
Looks like, yeah, this will be faster than the blower.
I was gonna grab a sneaky up order. I need a like 30-second break after this.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I'll go fill it up.
No, it's okay. I got it.
I got it.
What's it?
Well,
Like,
I mean, yeah, go fill it up,
15?
but I'm gonna go get the other one.
He went to go grab water, but I left it empty, like a jackass.
9:15
Yeah.
3. Okay.
What did we beat it by?
Nearly 30 seconds.
Damn.
Yeah, the blower clocked in at 9:42.
I was doing my thing where I like upscale length to see like roughly what my time should be.
Mm-hmm.
And I do it by randomizing, and I randomized Volcan Sprint,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't think about it at the time. It ended up putting me like 3 minutes behind on the Colossus versus the Bentley, and I'm like, no way, there's no way this thing is going to be 3 minutes slower.
No way.
And then I like thought about it for a second. Hold on, Volcan Sprint is what? A place that's like 98% uphill?
It's mostly uphill, and there's a lot of twisty turns before the highway segment.
Yeah, but like uphill is like what? A huge, I don't know, like 20% probably, I would say. Yeah, like just, yeah. So now I'm gonna like scale it to time. I'm good, by the way.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm doing like a super autistic time scaling thing.
Yeah, no, I remember mention of it, but like, I also remember being dubious of its accuracy when you mentioned it to me.
Yeah, I think the Volcan Sprint would be like the biggest inaccurate one,
Yeah.
aside from maybe a circuit.
Yeah, circuits wouldn't be accurate. Alright, here's the 20-minute race again. Alright, you think this might beat out the LFA on the Gauntlet? Actually, no, the Gauntlet's like mostly tarmac. It'd be the Titan where it'd win, if anything.
Yeah, the Titan. I think this will definitely beat. Well, the LFA, maybe not.
Well,
Maybe
it's
not the
it's basically guaranteed to beat the blower, given its marathon performance.
Yeah. Curious to see how it does in the Gauntlet now. Versus the LFA.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I set up my spreadsheet the way I did, because like, and I took losing to you as like pretty much a granted most of the time, so it's mostly to compare against myself.
Hell yeah.
And if I beat you, I mean, it's a pleasant surprise, you know?
Yeah, I mean, so far you've beat me in at least one race every car, right?
When did I beat you in the blower?
I think it was the Colossus.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I mean, if anything, I think I'll beat you on the Titan, because, like, cross-country dirt is my... I say this every fucking week.
Yeah. To be fair, now will be the good time to do it.
Yeah.
Because I've tuned both my cars for cross-country. Not cross-country, but like off-road,
Yeah.
primarily.
That's a wall. Oops, sorry. Well, that wound up being a benefit, huh?
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Isn't this where that one really annoying speed trap is? Like this river?
Maybe.
Like, you know the speed trap I'm talking about.
Yeah, the one that's in the middle of the water.
Yep.
It might be. It's hard for me to figure out where the fuck we are on the map right now.
Yeah. Oh, I think it's that right there. Where the speed trap is.
Yeah, that thing is fucked. I actually wonder how the Trailcat were doing it.
On that speed trap?
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't really seen... Yeah, it just blazes through water, so it's really a matter of whether it can actually get up to that speed.
I think it definitely could. You can get like a racing V12 in this.
Oh, really? Shit.
Yeah.
Man, I'm kind of wishing I made my own tune for it now. Like,
Yeah,
no, I'm
using
not
the
gonna put the
suspension.
V12, but...
You can force it in, I think.
At 8?
Yeah.
It's kind of surprising. I mean, this thing's like, what, 2.5 tons?
Nah. 1800?
Okay.
Maybe?
And that's without weight reduction, though, right?
Might be 1600. This is with weight reduction.
Oh, okay.
My cross-country tune has no weight reduction. This has weight reduction.
I see.
Yeah, I tend to ignore weight reduction for cross-country. My brain no worky right now. Trying to think of like the decisions and stuff that I made. It's working too hard on that, not driving enough. It's like the most awful section I've raced in ages.
All part of my plan. This is the race I win
Distract
this
me
week.
with good conversation.
Yep. Lit. Nicely done.
I really thought I was gonna hit you and I was gonna feel so bad.
I mean, even if you did touch me, it probably wouldn't have exerted much force on me. Like, your lateral speed was low enough at the time. Ooh, that was bad. Bad. I thought that turn was a lot sharper than it actually was. So I, like, did an approximation of a clutch kick. Did not work out.
Yeah, I kind of wish there was an option to use clutch, but like,
There is.
yeah, but like it forces you to use it. So it's kind of like semi-automatic, like in F1.
Oh yeah, you have to define it per race, yeah.
Yeah, or like just you can press it and it will function as a clutch, but otherwise it is like just there,
Yeah.
and it like auto clutches for you. Otherwise,
I mean, you can get something pretty close by just downshifting and then upshifting once the revs are high enough.
yeah, but it doesn't work for first gear.
No.
And a lot of really tight corners will be like second or first gear. But yeah, I use that same strat in Dirt Rally quite a bit when I play Richardson for a while now.
Yeah, there's a lot of different racing games that I want to get into, but like, this is going to be a hot take, but I find like a new driving game way more intimidating than, say, a fighting game. Like, yeah, with a fighting game, you need to learn all the new mechanics, you need to learn combos, you need to learn character identities, but for this, like, the way handling physics works, like, if you have the wrong read of it, it's gonna be a really fucking bad time.
Yep.
Like, for example, when I was playing Guilty Gear at, Ken's behest, like, I was able to get by just with foundational knowledge from other fighters, but, like, if I were to get into, like, whatever the equivalent of an anime racer would be, probably, like, Wipeout or, Redout, it's drastically different. Like, yes, the same principles apply, but, like, you gotta worry about that third dimension now.
Yeah, not to mention, like, tracks. Not as much of a big deal if you play a game that has, like, actual real-life tracks, but, you know, Forza Horizon, none of the tracks are similar to anything you've ever played before.
No, but there are turns that are reminiscent of famous turns. Like, I remember us having discussed that before.
Yeah, there are. But you don't know it until you've done it.
Yeah, that's true. So, like, there's no prior knowledge. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, you can't rely on, like, old information in your brain to allow it to be easier. New neurons all the way, baby.
Yeah. That's
Create
fair.
those ridges. I don't think brains actually work like that, but...
Man, why does the gauntlet time go so much higher than the others, I wonder?
Not sure. I guess because there are a lot of, like, tight corners.
Yeah. I mean, as is, we're actually on pace to clock in around 20 minutes, like the LFA.
Damn, that would be wild, actually.
Yeah, like, what percentage are you at? Probably 42, 43?
Yeah, 42. Although, this has the entirety of the Vulcan sprint.
Yeah.
And as I found out, that thing is really misleading.
What, in terms of percentage?
Yeah, I guess like any sort of scaling that isn't just based on straight time to time, it's misleading. Because that
What do you mean?
part of it, say like it's, if the Vulcan sprint is like, you know, 10% of the race,
Yeah.
that part of that 10%
Oh, you're going to be spending way
probably,
more
like,
than 10% of your time on that. Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
I guess you could argue you get somewhat of the benefit going down the other side, but not really. That side is like really tight.
Yeah, you're not really benefiting much unless you're bouncing off walls.
Yeah.
And even then, I could only see like maybe 3/4, maybe 2/3 of the corners benefiting you from doing that. I do really appreciate that the gauntlet has both up and down the mountain though.
Same.
Love that.
Okay, so it looks like it starts around 50%. Kayla,
Yeah.
can you put
Remember.
somewhere 10 minutes and 22 seconds?
Sure.
Thank you.
Split time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so right now we're at a pace of about 10% or 5% every minute. Wait, that's not right. No, it is. Holy. Seeing, like, all the twists and turns when you're, like, facing up the mountain on turns, very daunting. Just how much we have to climb.
Yeah. All uphill. It's so cool, man.
Yeah.
I can't believe there's, like, not a way to do up and down easy.
It's a shame. Damn shame.
Yeah, for real.
Wait, you can't edit Volcon Sprint to go down?
Well,
Like
I
down
mean,
the dirt
probably
side?
can. Oh, down the dirt side? Yeah, you can do that.
I mean,
But it's
yeah,
not as fun.
having it like loop around and go back down the roadside. Yeah, that's probably a big ask, unless you want
Yeah.
like a Wreckfest-esque situation. Although it'd be pretty cool for like a 180 handbrake turn to be part of a race.
Oh yeah, it would be. And I mean, like, these sorts of races tend to be one-on-one anyway, right? So like,
Yeah. That's fair.
I can imagine some sick tandem races. Where you have like, you know, teams of two. One guy drives up, one guy drives down, or both.
Oh, you mean
Fast
like
and Furious 2 style.
Oh, okay. I was thinking more like relay racing.
Yeah, really.
You could still do like a protracted version of that with 2 courses.
True. Yeah.
Because I mean, we've already accepted that like time is a valid way to measure progress across multiple races rather than points, right?
Yep. So I was at 63% and 1325. If you don't mind, Kayla.
Sorry, what? 1325?
Yeah, 1325 and 63%.
So that takes about double as much time as the rest of the course.
Thanks, Babel. I know you're just trying to do your own thing.
Yeah, because it's 4 minutes later and we're 16%, so that's 20% slower actually.
Fuck yeah.
If my math's correct.
The one he gave me, that was only 3-minute difference.
What? We're at like 14:30.
Oh, like he told me to write down 1325. I was just saying that.
Yeah, 1325 was like when I ended like the Volcan sprint part.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, you're just doing the Volcon sprint part. I thought we were doing the entire uphill.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm at the top now.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, 1445 and 69%. Nice.
I mean, the entire uphill accounts for about 20% of the race.
Yeah.
And it takes about a quarter. So, a little out of proportion, but not too bad, I don't think. Okay, so 15 minutes and 70% coming into the downhill. Let's see how quickly this last 30% goes. Unrelated, but the discovery that Eurobeat doesn't get flagged by Content ID on YouTube or anything. Gigantic boon to me wanting to record Forza.
That's sick.
Oh! I handled that chicane so beautifully.
I mean, it kind of makes sense for the Eurobeat guys. Because, like, that's their biggest audience, right? Like, meme racing things.
Not really, actually. Japanese rhythm game enthusiasts love Eurobeat.
Hell yeah, okay.
Like, the cross-section between the two fan bases, very big. Yeah, it's only been, like, in recent years that it being used for, like, meme racing has been a thing.
Yeah.
And I think I'm in a really small group of people who genuinely enjoys Eurobeat for racing. high tempo. You don't really have to focus on it. It's like potato chip music almost.
I'm not a big fan of Eurobeat. It kind of like hurts my head after a little bit. Not like I don't think it's bad or anything, but it just it's a bit much for me. But I know like lots of people in like my F1 discords and stuff. They all love Eurobeat. Like they all listen to it while racing. It gets mentioned in the Forza Discord a bunch too. I say a bunch. It gets mentioned in the Forza Discord more than like any other music.
Yeah. I have a feeling like a lot of racing fans, like lifelong racing fans, especially around our age, were like exposed to Initial D at a relatively young age.
Oh yeah.
So that'd definitely help. And it's funny because my only exposure to Initial D is the shitty Chinese remake film in like the 2010s. I've never actually like watched the anime or anything.
Me neither. Like I've seen a few episodes, but I haven't watched it.
I played the arcade game.
Yeah,
Well,
same.
one of them. Like the Initial D one?
Yeah. At like an arcade when I was.
Really?
There was
in Australia?
Yeah. And
Okay,
like, they
so
had this thing where you like had a card and like it would save your thing and stuff.
And it was in English?
Don't remember.
I mean, it'd have to be for it to be like in a public arcade, right?
Not necessarily. Big Asian population in Melbourne.
Yeah, but like, would they have signage for non-Japanese speakers to actually operate it?
Don't remember, to be honest. I would imagine so. Would have to.
Yeah, because like, speaking from experience, trying to navigate Japanese arcade game UIs without English is a nightmare. An absolute fucking nightmare. You only have like 5 buttons, but none of them do the thing that you want.
I think it's a little bit easier on the steering wheel. You just like turn the steering wheel until you get to the Tracy one, and then push the accelerator to go.
Yeah, I guess it'd be more visual based too. Like you're not going to be dicking with like stats or anything.
No.
And like plugins probably just tap card, pin pad.
Not even, just swipe card.
Damn, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because my experience with Japanese arcade games is, yeah, it's an NFC card and a pin.
Yeah, I don't know if you had to like swipe it or leave it in, but yeah. I don't know, those games were more expensive, so I didn't really play.
Yeah.
Played a little bit, but...
Okay, so here we are coming up on 20 minutes, so it's definitely not beating the LFA. Whoa! Spun out.
94% right now.
Yeah, it's probably gonna beat out the blower though.
I'm on tarmac. Does it stay on tarmac? I don't remember.
For the rest of the race after the downhill, yeah. At least if I remember correctly. Oh, that missed, didn't it? Yep. I think that might be a DNF for me. Yeah, that's definitely a DNF.
Yeah, I'm on the last stretch now, 99%.
Yeah, I'm still at 95. I made a couple big errors on the downhill.
Oh, 21 on the nose. Not exactly 21 on the nose, but close enough.
21 on the nose, except it's not on the nose, you know?
I mean, it's 2100.065.
Ooh, it's gonna be close, actually. 98%. Ooh, come on, baby. You can make it. It's so close. 3, 2, 1. Oh!
Oh, we did it!
So that's probably like 21:29 then, if you finished at 21 on the dot. Oh, 21:32. I'm just gonna round up.
I got it here. 21:31.860.
Yeah. Hey, I'm just rounding up to 21:32. The way I'm doing it is if it's above like 0.6, I think, I round up the number. All right, onwards to drag step. You need a break first, or?
Nope.
Okay, it's Aerodromo, yeah.
Yeah. That was sick.
What the?
It's also interesting that you get more than 30 seconds. I wouldn't have guessed that. And yeah, that final stretch
Yeah.
against the clock, it's amazing.
Better ending than it would have otherwise been. Me just like coming in 15 seconds before the timer.
Yeah, a bit of excitement.
Yeah. I thought this thing had a lot looser of a rear end than it actually does. So I like pushed too hard, and I just wound up spinning out and being sideways halfway through a corner. Like stopped.
Oh.
Yeah, it was bad.
It can do some pretty cool extended drifts, but it's mostly set up for the front to pull you out of corners rather than
Yeah.
the other way.
Once again, lamenting the fact that I didn't make my own tune. Because I would have put the rear differential at like 75-80% so I could do more sick drifts.
Like the center, or
Yeah.
the just the rear itself.
Like making the rear differential have like 75-80% of the power.
Oh yeah. Yeah, mine's, I think it's 65.
Yeah, which is like only slightly more than Forza Tune suggests, I think.
I think so, yeah. I think it's usually 60, right?
Yeah.
I see you like lagging across my screen. I think you win.
Yeah, I won. I think I got a better launch.
There you go. You always win at least one.
A drag with the exact same car. Alright. 28 seconds. Well, 28.2 times 10, 282. 4 minutes 42 for me. Wait, that means... Wow, that's the slowest drag we've had.
Makes sense, actually.
Alright, Titan. And we're starting out with the El Descenso, too.
Yeah. Sorry, if you started it, I was
Oh, shit.
paused. No, it's good. I'm good. I'm here. I was just
Okay.
paused and not like in a menu or anything.
Yeah. Yeah, I really want to attract at least 2 more people for the Corvette next week.
Hey Kayla, what are you doing this time next week?
Pass.
Why? It'll be fun.
Not for me. I'll just be like so far behind.
I'm really far behind Shane a lot of the time.
But
But
that's you.
what do you mean?
Like, you're different. You enjoy that.
Built different.
Oh, I see. Kayla can't take an L.
Yeah.
Oh, you only gave it 6 gears!
Yeah, you don't need 7.
This downhill would beg to differ.
I mean, sport transmission.
Oh, yeah. Was race really like that much extra PI?
I think 3.
Oof. Oh, yeah, with
Yeah.
with a stock engine, that makes sense.
Like, it's not much, but it's enough that, like, for one particular downhill section, it's not worth having 7 gears. Or even just race transmission in general.
Well, I mean, it's the first 15-20% of the Titan, right? That's a big lead.
Yeah. But you're giving up time everywhere else.
Are you, though?
Yeah. I think so.
It's like 2 extra kilos, come on.
Yeah, but you're losing 3 PI. So I'm giving up everything else that I have.
I mean, like, wait, what caused 3 PI? An engine upgrade?
Probably, yeah.
I'd rather have the 7th gear. Because, like, again, with my build, I'd be kicking out the rear end a lot more, so having those narrower gears would probably be better anyways. Man, I really should just tune this myself.
Yeah.
Lesson learned. Even if it's a, quote, throwaway week, do your own tune, because you have preferences.
Why? Ripping on? No, I know. I already liked different thing.
No, this tune's probably objectively better, but it's not better for me. Man. I'm really glad I decided to give this game more of a fair shake than I did with 4, just showing up for weeklies.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Well, like, there's a lot more to it than I had thought with 4.
Yeah, me too, honestly. Like, I played fuckloads of 4, but...
I was talking more so along the lines of things that were already present in 4, but I just, like, never paid attention to because, well, I didn't play it a whole lot.
Yeah, like Rivals.
Rivals, open, tuning.
Yeah, I wish I'd tuned more in 4. But it's okay. It means like any of the bad habits that I would have had from 4, I don't have. Because
Yeah.
it is different.
Yeah, I think my not having played 4 a whole lot actually was a benefit since I, like, on launch night, I think I picked up on the handling model faster than you or Tyler did.
Would make sense, yeah. Launch night was definitely rough for me in terms of just driving.
Yeah, I mean, the entire time
Had
I
to
was mulling
rethink
about rear-wheel drive, right?
True.
And I didn't have the experience I have now. So, it was only once I bit the bullet and went to all-wheel drive that I was catching up. Yeah, I really wish they made rear-wheel drive better. But I guess in real life, all-wheel drive is just that much stronger, eh?
It is, yeah. Most series would have all-wheel drive if, like, they were allowed. Like most cars or whatever.
Formula One's rear-wheel drive, right?
Yeah.
Which is insane given how they launch and how they handle.
Yep.
Like the sheer downforce they have.
So Formula One is maybe one of the exceptions. Because they already have so much grip and, like, you know, all series say 5 per time, but, like, the gaps in F1 are so tiny.
Yeah.
But definitely, like, rear-wheel drive and front-wheel drive can be competitive in this game, and it's, like, a big improvement over last game. Like,
Yeah.
they made it a lot better.
I'm assuming your rear end just went freaking crazy as soon as you accelerated if you weren't already dead straight.
Off that, I don't remember what I did, but yeah, it can be. Oh, wait.
In
Sorry,
4.
In 4?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I thought you were talking about the bump into the water.
No.
Yeah, in 4 it was, like, almost undrivable. Whereas, like, in this game, it's not. You can't drive it. Your launch is not as good.
And you need to be a lot
like,
more delicate about the throttle coming out of turns.
Yeah, but, like, it's drivable. And honestly, it makes it way more realistic than it was.
I mean, Kiwi has a preference for rear-wheel drive even at S1, and he's competitive, beating me a lot of the time.
Yep, it's definitely, and it's things that you can, like, tune around in this game.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, in 4, I don't think it was really ever viable. only really in Rivals apparently.
That makes sense. Since like rear-wheel drive has the same thing as like lower classes going on, where you want to be carrying speed as much as possible,
Yeah.
rather than like, you know, the phenomenon even at A with all-wheel drive, it's just brake, gas, 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 gas. Oh, I hit that. Yeah, maybe. Oh, but I missed that one. No.
No.
The,
That's one of the things between like
I spun
Motorsport
out.
and
Come on, bro.
Gran Turismo that I really like hate about Forza Motorsport.
Yeah.
Like the rear ends in Forza Motorsport, like the rear wheel grip, it's just awful, atrocious, constantly. You take full-fledged like modern race cars, and the grip is awful, and you're like, that doesn't make sense, dude.
And on top of that, like, the new Motorsport's not going to see the improvements to the engine that Horizon 5 did because they're redoing it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so hopefully they take note from it.
Oh yeah, what's your percentage?
89.
I'm at 84. Yeah, 84 now. I did another spin out.
It might be okay. What is like the... It should be a sub 9 minute time. Well, definitely a sub 9 minute time. Close to an 8 minute time, maybe.
I mean, the Titan was the one course where the blower was faster, right?
Oh, was it straight up faster than the LFA?
My time was.
Damn.
Or no. In the LFA, I got a DNF and gave myself like just a 9-minute flat time, when it might have been like 8:45 or something.
I think I got an accurate time for you on mine.
Yeah, I'll probably update that. You know, when you get around to looking at that part of your sheet. I might get another hot DNF. I think it's gonna come down to the wire again. Yeah. Oh, not even close. Maybe. I landed poorly.
Oh. No, you good, you good.
Wow. Down to the exact second as the blower. 8:42.
That's wild. Your LFA time, according to my sheet, is 8:38.096. So it beat it barely.
Huh. I guess the Titan's the great equalizer for times, huh?
Yes, so.
Like, all 3 times are within a 5-second gap. Absolutely nutty.
Really quickly, I'm gonna pee.
Go for it.
Yeah, so I'm gonna figure out hopefully some solid multipliers. At least for myself. I guess it would be depending on driver, I don't know, but I don't even know why my brain is telling me to do it. Like, it's so pointless, but it really wants to do it. good now. I'm about to sit down.
Alright. Yeah, I think that was my problem in both dirt circuits, was I was trying way too hard to make power slides work, and the car kept trying to pull it back straight.
Yeah. Sliding is cool, but it's not usually the fastest.
I think it's faster than you give it credit for, but I think you're right overall.
Yeah, like sometimes it is faster, but I don't know if your car can just like keep traction and like keep pulling you, like not necessarily traction, but just like momentum.
Yeah. Well, I mean that's why I enjoyed the Bel Air on dirt, because like power sliding was by far the fastest way to go, because if you gripped up, you would just understeer for days.
Yeah.
But yeah, in general on tarmac, absolutely right, that power sliding loses time.
Oh yeah. Yeah. An argument can be made for some corners sometimes, but like your exit is so much lower after you power slide. Because you can't grip up like enough, like on road. You can't grip up enough oftentimes to put the power down. And if you can grip up,
well, no, if you have narrow gears, you can generally just upshift and get traction with the right amount of power.
yeah, but that's the thing, right? Like if you're doing that, then you're just like losing power that you could have had otherwise.
I don't agree with
from
that.
like having straight traction and not overheated tires.
On tarmac, I agree, but like with dirt, your tires don't really overheat a whole lot from power sliding.
Well, yeah, that's why I said on tarmac.
Oh yeah, well, I think on tarmac it's a given that like losing traction for any amount of time is a loss.
Yeah, pretty much. Oof.
Don't worry, I hit that too. The gearing on this is so awkward too. Neither third nor second feel right around a lot of corners.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. I was just hoping for a Sonic R song to come on Spotify, and it did. Very cool.
Nice.
Thank you, CEO of Spotify, whose name I don't know. Like, even through this, I have to downshift coming into this. Ugh.
Yeah, into fifth? Yeah.
Yeah, I had it. But I guess that's just how downhills go. Like, this
well,
section, I can never get gearing right, even in, like, tarmac cars.
The gearing for sixth is like way too long. Like the only time you're ever gonna get like
To,
hit near the end of sixth in this car
yeah,
is when you have gravity on your side.
yeah.
And unfortunately, like I said, it's already pushed all the way towards acceleration.
I mean, that's why, that's another big part of why I would have advocated so hard for a 7th gear, you could make the 7th gear that gravity gear, right? And then have the first 6 like actual functional road / power sliding gears. Like,
Yeah.
in the speed range that you're actually going to be hitting.
But too much loss of power. Or too much added weight, whichever one you want to go with.
I mean, added weight, it's 2 kilos, come on.
Well, no, because you have to sacrifice 3 PI, right? So you're either giving up power or weight.
Yeah, you're going to be giving up power, not weight.
Yeah.
Because, like, the only way to make up weight on this is with weight reduction, right?
Nah, there's like the front and the rear stuff. You can
Oh, the trim.
yeah. There's no wings, but there's like other off-road shit you can add, and it adds weight.
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But
No
by
cheats,
default,
though.
doesn't it not come with that?
Yeah. And it's plus weight when you add it.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is like minus PI.
I'm still kind of mad that on the Corvettes, adding like cool hood replacements reduces weight and costs the PI. Like, it drops the weight by 2 fucking kilos, and it's basically guaranteed to pump the PI by 1.
Yeah, I think it's it is less than 1, but you're probably at a point where like, you know, whatever point.
Like, it's probably like 0.8 of a PI or something, where like it's really, really likely that it's gonna up the value
Yeah.
anyways.
Yeah, exactly. And they're also powerful cars, so like the more power you tend to have,
Yeah.
if your car is grippy already, then reducing weight is like a lot of PI.
Yeah, and like, surprisingly, with it being like a classic muscle car, grip is not a problem.
Yeah, you got big fat rear tires.
I got big fat tires all around.
Yeah, buddy.
Although, like, given our discussions earlier, I may consider reducing the front size and, like, probably just dumping more power in, since there's nothing else that I can really do to up the performance of that car. Like, everything
Yeah.
else is already capped.
Front tires are so expensive, and like
For what they
oftentimes
give,
you
yeah.
won't notice that much of a difference. Yeah, like this car, minimum thickness front tires.
I mean, like, my goal with the Corvette is for it to be, like, a circuit car, I guess. So, like, every bit of lateral G is better.
Yeah, if you, it depends how thick they go, but if you look at it, like, a lot of the upgrades won't even give you a whole, like, 0.01.
Yeah, 100th of a lateral G.
Yeah, like, it's just not, I don't know, it's too expensive for what it gives you.
And, like,
Sometimes you need it, but...
I don't know if
yeah.
it's just me, but, like, the car feels way more understeery, with the only difference being the front tire width. Like, you
Yeah, that
have
would
to
make
put
sense.
more oversteer into it to compensate.
Yep. And you said it's, is it all-wheel drive swapped, or...?
Yeah, it's all-wheel drive swap. Although, I tried without the all-wheel drive swap. It drops, like, 50 kilos and gets a little bit more power, but by virtue of it being rear-wheel drive, it takes so much more work to get to the same speed.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it's worth it. And it's a shame, too, because, like, I really do think, like, rear-wheel drive has potential, especially for rivals.
Yeah, I mean, give the Monaro a drive and see how you feel about it. Because that is rear-wheel drive, and I think it's... I don't know if it's, like, super competitive or anything, but it's, like, decently quick. It's not slow. And that can be, like, not necessarily a stat-wise baseline, but just, like, a feel in terms of, like, drivability for a rear-wheel drive car for you, if you wanted to...
Yeah. I mean, I remember being happy with the Ferrari Monza, the Car Pass one, rear-wheel drive, but, like, then when I tried taking it into that one open, I cried the whole fucking time. I think I actually quit, like, halfway into the first race.
Yeah, I think it might have been the second, but yeah.
It was just so fucking, like, I still don't know how Kiwi has the balls to take rear-wheel drive into open, like, one dickhead and your race is just ruined.
It's easy, just be the dickhead. There we go.
That's kind of his strat.
Yeah, kinda is. Him and Axe are both. Yeah. It doesn't really bother me too much, because he does say sorry and whatever. The thing that bothers me is that he uses, like, driving cockpit as an excuse.
Yeah.
And, like, you do see a lot less in cockpit. Like, that's true.
Oh, yeah,
The
yeah.
game could be giving you, like, driving aids to, like, assist with that. But, like, I don't know, man. You're making me look bad. So.
I get so pissed at him when he uses that excuse, because, like, he always uses that excuse in defense of ramming me off the road.
Yeah. Like, if you think someone's there, just leave the space anyway. Like, accidents are gonna happen no matter what, but you can do your best not to be a jackass about it.
Or like that one clip I posted to YouTube. I don't know if either of you guys have seen it, but it was like, yeah. He blocks me like 4 or 5 times in a row. I finally get past, block him once. Hey, get out of my way! And he was like really mad, like, oh, get out of my way.
Yeah.
Like, if anybody should have been saying that shit, it was me.
He's pretty chill for like a teenager though.
Yeah, knowing that he's a teenager definitely like tempers a lot of my frustration towards him, because like as a teenager I was way worse than that.
Yeah. Almost fucking killed myself in that tree.
Same.
The one on the right hand
Yep.
inside, right?
Yep.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure that happened last week too, where we both almost hit it.
Fucking bitch ass tree. Gonna come out with my tank pull later, knock it down.
Man, we gotta come up with a name for that tree, because I'm pretty sure it's a race killer in like at least 2 sprints as well.
Yeah. Are you trying to say it keeps getting in our way?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll call it Kiwi.
Yeah, I'll try to convince Juan and or Addy to join us for next week, because like I think the Corvette's a lot sexier than both the Trailcat and the Blower, and like those were our first 2 official weeks. Like the LFA was kind of like thrown together because the week was cycling. Like I think it had already cycled by the time we finally got around to it.
It was, yeah, it had. Maybe you should try and convince Bray. I think Bray will listen to you more than me. There's a good
so?
chance that he would just straight up ignore me.
What, like in DMs or?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know, he ignores Kayla.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
When she asks him, like, he wants to do weeklies? Yeah.
It's kind of rude.
That's what the R stands for. Big, rude, Arizonian... I don't know.
Yuppie.
Yankee? Yuppie. Yuppie is a good one. I think I prefer Yuppie. I bet he does CrossFit.
No. Rock climbing is his CrossFit.
Let's be honest, rock climbing is just vertical CrossFit.
It's not as dangerous to like to your joints or bones or whatever. Like CrossFit, it's very easy to fuck up your joints or like throw out your back or something.
From what I understand, I have no doubt CrossFit is a good workout, but it's not a good exercise. Maybe it's the other way around, I don't know. It doesn't seem long-term healthy. but it will definitely get your heart going.
Yeah, I think your phrasing is accurate. It's a good workout, but it's not good exercise.
Fucking 6th gear feels like a trap so much.
Six gears so long because you don't have a 7.
Probably could have made it work with like bigger rims.
But
bigger rims takes away stability in off-road.
And for another thing, with vehicles like this that have naturally tiny rims, I think it actually ups the PI.
It can, yeah, sometimes.
Like if you put heavy rims on top of that, I think it'd either equalize or reduce PI. But with stock rims or lighter rims, I think it'd up the PI actually.
When I was making the racing V8 work, like when I was fitting it in,
Yeah.
I made the rims a bit bigger on the front and back by like 2 sizes, I think, to make it
Yeah.
work, and it like reduced it then for both. I don't remember why I decided not to go with it. It was lighter. Was it lighter? Maybe it wasn't lighter. It was faster. I don't know. I take
Like
notes,
top
but
speed?
then not top speed, just more power.
Oh.
And I think the power to weight was like slightly higher, but I could be wrong. Maybe this is the slightly higher one. You do have to make sacrifices to get it in though.
Yeah. I think that's still going to be the case for the Corvette though, because like it already starts at like what, mid A stock, maybe low A.
I think lowest one.
Really? Wow, there is not much space to work with then.
Yeah. Although I think putting off-road tires on is probably going to make it like go down class.
I'm considering actually just giving it rally tires.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it worked out pretty well with the LFA. Like, I was able to take corners a lot better than you. Like, wide sweeping corners, which are really common on the Colossus. Not super duper common on the Marathon, but I still like how rally tires handle on tarmac. I guess it'll be up to how much PI is gained or lost.
Yeah. What was it that you won?
The drag.
No, not this week on the LFA.
Oh. I think it was one of the dirts. 1720.
Oh no, you won the Colossus with that as well.
Ah,
Damn, did you win the Colossus 2 weeks in a row?
possibly. Maybe by then you're like fatigued on racing. So, the Trailcat, for me, clocks in a minute 4 overall faster, and faster on every course except for the drag strip. Oh no,
drag
it's
doesn't
even on the
surprise me.
Titan.